Moving towards the third region of lower limb, that is dorsal region or ankle region. In this region, seven bones are arranged in two rows. One is proximal and second is distal row. These rows, proximal and distal, are similar to that of carpal region as we have discussed in upper limb, but its arrangement and shapes are different than of carpus region because due to load bearing and weight bearing, its shape and arrangement are different than carpal region. So the third region is tarsal region or ankle region. Now we are going to draw the structure of tarsal region because seven bones are comprising in this region. First of all, the largest bone of tarsal region, that is calcaneus. This is the calcaneus bone which forms the heel of tarsal region. Its posterior end of calcaneus that from the calf muscles and from the calcaneal tendon. And the second largest bone of tarsal region, which is superior to the calcaneus, that is talus. This is the talus bone. Talus bone is articulated at 3 points. First is inferior posterior. Here is the inferior posterior is attached with calcaneus bone. This is the calcaneus bone, inferior posterior, and superior is attached with tibia, the bone of crural region, with the trochlear surface. Here is the trochlear surface. Here is the trochlear surface of talus bone. And the third articulation is with, here is the navicular, the wide and short bone. This is the navicular. We have just discussed the three bones of tarsal region. One is calcaneus, which forms the heel. Its posterior end is calcaneal tendon from the calf muscles, and the second bone is talus, superior to the calcaneus. Talus is articulated with at 3 points other bones, that is one is inferior posterior with calcaneus bone and superior is attached with tibia via its trochlear surface. Here the trochlear surface, and the third arrangement of talus is with navicular anteriorly, and these three bones are arranged in proximal row. And the rest of four bones we will discuss. Here is this is the cuboid bone, and these three bones are called cuneiform. These three bones are called cuneiform. This is the anterior view. We are discussing the right foot. This is the medial side, this is the lateral side. This is cuboid bone. And these three bones are called cuneiform. The middle cuneiform, this is called middle cuneiform, and the center, this is called the intermediate. This is lateral, this is called lateral cuneiform. So these four bones are arranged in distal row. We have discussed up till now the seven tarsal bone. One is talus and second is calcaneus, third is navicular, fourth is medial, intermediate and lateral cuneiform. This is cuneiform bones. Medial, intermediate and lateral cuneiform bones. So we can say M I L, and fifth is cuboid bone. Now we can remember these 7 bones of tarsal region: talus, calcaneus, navicular, medial cuneiform, intermediate cuneiform and lateral cuneiform, and cuboid bone. That is how we can remember this cat needs milk. So we can remember cuboid, C of cuboid we can replace by K. So we can say milk. This cat needs milk. Means talus, calcaneus, navicular, MIL, medial cuneiform, intermediate cuneiform and lateral cuneiform, and then cuboid bone. You can replace by K and pronounce it as milk. This cat needs milk. It's an easy method to remember these tarsal bones: talus, calcaneus, naviculus, medial cuneiform, intermediate cuneiform, lateral cuneiform, and then cuboid bone. And this is these arrangements in disc arrangement, and these arrangements in proximal arrangements. Fourth region of lower limb is pedal region of foot region. Although the tarsal region are considering a part of pedal region, so pedal region are consisting of 5 metatarsal and 14 are phalanges. The structure of metatarsals are similar to the metacarpals as we had discussed in upper limb. So here are the 5 metacarpals. 5 metacarpals from medial to the lateral. The first 3 metatarsals are connecting with the tarsal region with cuneiform bone, that is medial, intermediate and lateral. Here are the metatarsal. These are the metatarsals which are connecting with 3 cuneiform bone, and the rest of 2 metatarsals are connecting with a single bone, that is cuboid of tarsal region. That is, here are these are the 5 metatarsal bones from medial to the lateral: 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5th. Like metacarpals, its structure is same. Here is the base which is connecting with tarsal region. This is base. And the long and slender portion of metatarsals is shaft. And the expanded and broader portion of metatarsal is head. These are the metatarsals. Now we are moving towards the phalanges. Phalanges are 14 in number, and the first phalanges, that is medially, that is called great toe, and it contains two phalanx. Here are the two phalanx. One is distal and one is proximal, and the rest of phalanges are contains three phalanx. What are the three phalanx? These are short in number. One is proximal and second is distal, middle, and third is distal. Same like the structure of these phalanges are similar to the metatarsals. That is, here is the base, here is, these are the metatarsals, and here is the phalanges, here is the base, here is the shaft, and then head. These are the phalanges, and these just in great toe there is two bones. One is proximal phalanx and second is distal. But in rest of phalanges there are three bones. One is proximal and the middle is middle phalanx, and the last one is distal phalanx. These are the phalanges. But here one is important point. The foot region are divided into three parts. What are the three parts? And these two bones, calcaneus and talus, are considering the hind foot, and from cuboid to the navicular and cuneiform bones, from here to here. This is the middle foot, and the metatarsals and phalanges is this portion is called forefoot. These three parts, hindfoot, middle foot, and forefoot. The sole of foot does not normally rest on the flat ground, but it has three springly arches that it absorbs the stress while walking and running. So what are the three arches that produced normally in the sole of foot? The first one is longitudinal. This is the longitudinal. Here is the longitudinal, and here is the transverse. These three springly arches produced normally in the sole of foot. These arches absorb the stress while walking or running. It produced normally, naturally, since childhood. These three arches are called, one is longitudinal, and this is the longitudinal, and this is the transverse. These two longitudinal, this longitudinal arch present medially. This is called medial longitudinal arch, and this longitudinal arch present as lateral, and this is called lateral longitudinal arch. And the third one is transverse. This arch is called transverse. Transverse arch. These arches produce normally, and if these arches are not present in sole, the foot considered as a flat foot. And these flat foot cannot absorb the stress while walking and running. So these flat foot persons are considered as unfit in special forces, because flat surface foot cannot absorb the stress or while walking or running. So these three surface arches should be produced normally in the sole of foot. This was the lower limb. Any question in this region? No question? Class dismissed.